Rich people and poor people are both self-made, but only the rich will admit it. In today's world, it's very easy to get mad. Easy to get mad at the technology you can't keep up with. Easy to get mad at the virtual women you touch yourself to. Of course, easy to get mad at your financial situation, which leads to obviously getting mad at the 20-year-old you see online who broke the bank and lives the life of your deepest dreams in his younger years, while you're slaving away for a couple pennies. Today's story involves a kid that isn't like most kids. From basements to penthouses, from college dropout to millionaire, from rolling shells to RSs. Brez has everything a teenager can dream of. But how did he get here? And at what cost? Bergen Resnick, self-proclaimed millionaire, brand scaler, car enthusiast, and social media personality. At 20 years of age, Bergen seemed to have it all figured out. While most people his age chase fun and pleasure, Brez has one goal: get that bag no matter what. But for now, let's run it back to the starting line. Times weren't always this smooth for him. If we go back to 2019 to 2020, Bergen was just a regular 14-year-old kid from Wisconsin with a dream of becoming a professional Fortnite player. While his classmates were chasing varsity letters and prom dates, he was chasing frames per second. But as time passed by, the game changed, and so did he. Bergen turned to the next hyped business at the moment, which was crypto and NFTs. The problem was he got into it at the top of the market right before the rug got pulled. Made a couple racks, but lost it all. Crypto was his first attempt to making money online. And when he realized crypto was dying down, he turned to dropshipping, selling lighters, gym bracelets, and shiesty masks with a hope to find the golden ticket, the winning product. And guess what? It didn't happen. He made some money, but no life-changing amounts. Dropshipping did expose him to something though, something that he didn't know yet, something that would allow him to live a fantasy at only 20. Something by the name of ads.
Basically what I do is I run advertisements for businesses on social media platforms, so TikTok ads, Facebook ads. Over the past couple of years, did that kind of as a freelancer and branched into building out an agency for doing that.
Brez's supplier ended up scamming him, which led him to give up on the drop shipping model and start a new venture. Like Fortnite, like crypto, and like drop shipping, Brez just kept going with the trends. And what was the next one? Clothing brands. We're in 2022 now, and Brez launches Trader, a streetwear clothing brand that ended up making him around $200,000 on his fifth drop after graduating high school earlier than expected and having a 9-to-5 all at the same time to hustle his way out. Until he got scammed out of over $60,000 by his manufacturers. The nightmare repeats itself, and Brez had enough. Gives it up completely and tries another business called freelance brand scaling. Little did he know, Brez had finally found his exit ticket from the trenches to freedom. He was in college at that time and decided to drop out 2 months after being there, since he started making $10,000 to $15,000 per month with his new business. Brez clocked in until he could clock out.
Why you gotta act like that? Why you gotta treat me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? I think it's crazy how you switch up. Why you acting different? Baby, I'm not a nigga. You better find a different.
After dropping out of college, Brez decided to move from Wisconsin to Arizona with some guys he met on Instagram. And at first, it was super depressing for him. He was just waking up every day in a dark little room, slaving away from sun up to sundown without leaving his desk. You gotta go deep in the dark until you see the sunlight. A ton of sleepless nights and clients later, he managed to move to his dream penthouse at 19 in Temple, Arizona with his homie Pierre Corey and 3 other friends. And at that time, Brez was making around $100,000 per month. How? He basically helps online brands scale their businesses via the right funnels and systems put in place, such as Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram ads. He simply found where there was a hole in the market, took a shovel, and filled it with gold. His clients don't know how to structure a brand. Brez comes in, scales their companies, and takes a slice of the profits. He's basically a middleman, the person you don't see at the forefront of the business, more so in the shadows behind the team. Well, that's until he realized being at the forefront of his business could also be beneficial. Exposure attracts attention, and attention equals money. February 26, 2024, Brez started his YouTube channel, and the Trojan horse was on.
Taking off on the edge, got like a half propellers, girl so fly, on the pile lid, I got wings now, Porsche GT3 RS, got wing got.
Brez always been a car enthusiast, so it was only right to get himself a nice little whip while making 10 times a doctor's salary, right? His first car was a dark gray Corvette C7 Stingray he got at 19. Around April of 2024, he felt the gray was a little too boring and gave the Vet a new look, wrapping it matte purple, adding a big rear wing, a nasty carbon fiber hood, and some new taillights. Still to this day, it's his favorite car purchase ever. Your first nice car purchase will always feel the best, agreed? Same age, same year, he got himself a white Lamborghini Urus. His daily was a Dodge Durango, so he had now 3 whips at 19 years old. Wrapped the Urus matte purple to match the Corvette, nicknamed them babies the Purple Bandits. Soon enough though, the scheme would accidentally start, and holy, everything went up from there. September 2024, Brez buys a frozen white 2024 BMW M3 Competition G80X Drive with aftermarket silver wheels and red bucket seats with only 2,000 miles on it for $110,000. Sells his Corvette and gets the Urus back to white to have a snow bunny duo. Can't go wrong. Well, you can go wrong the same day because he ended up crashing the Bimmer 3 hours later after buying it. Everybody was fine and the car is fixable. Plus, this was the unexpected start of Brez's signature. Yeah, in today's world, you can crash nice cars and become more famous than ever. Just look at Whistling Diesel as a prime example. We're now a month after, November 2024. Brez buys a $400,000 candy red Lamborghini Aventador S with white wheels, full Alcantara seats with white accents at 20 years old.
All this shit work. Nice rental.
Sells the Urus and plans to wrap the Aventador white to match the M3 competition. 5 days after getting the strawberry spaceship, a guy blew his light and ran straight into the Aventador. Instead of crying his eyes out and being depressed, Brez stayed unbothered and even checked on the other driver instead of snapping. What a dog, yo. What he showed us the weeks after is simple but savage. In this era, your worst day can be your biggest debut if you got the guts to monetize the mayhem. Brez literally went viral through the crash, and this awful night turned into worldwide attention. The car crash domino effect became real. 4 months passed by. Brez is still 20 years old, by the way. Gets his M3 back, and since business is going ridiculously well, he decides on a new supercar purchase. This time, a fully blacked out $400,000 Porsche 992 GT3 RS looking meaner than ever. If you see what's going on here, Brez didn't just buy cars to buy cars. He bought the right ones, the ones that'll go viral on socials no matter what. M3, Aventador, GT3 RS are not accidental buys. These are well thought out purchases that just increases status and brings more business overall. The cherry on the cake, same week Brez buys the car, Ken Carson releases his new album. In the song Black Rockstar, he mentions that exact same car, which led to TikTok edits going crazy and Brez gaining more attention than ever. The only thing we can hope for is no more crashes, even if they make him more notorious than ever, to be honest with you. beginning of 2025, it was time for Brez to move from Arizona to Miami in a high-rise apartment all by himself this time. But it's not just for the ocean views and palm trees. It's a chess move. Arizona had served its purpose: isolation, grind, silence. But Miami? This is the stage. The city isn't just known for its nightlife and exotic whips. It's an incubator for influence, a vortex of attention, a pressure cooker where only the calculated survive and the flashy thrive. Brez moved not just to level up, but to lock in with the right players. Every elevator ride could be a business card. Every dinner could be a deal. That's what made the move strategic. But instead of drowning in clout, Brez seems to pour gasoline on his existing fire. He's collaborating with other high-level minds, locking in better clients, doubling down on personal branding, and producing more polarizing, viral content than ever before. See, Miami isn't a vacation, it's extra fuel. Everything Brez has done has been marketing machines in disguise. What looks like flexing is just the optics of power. What looks like a mistake is actually a message. While the internet laughs and mocks, Brez is collecting the cash and the clout at the same time and inspiring millions while doing it. And now in Miami, he's not just scaling brands, he's scaling a legacy. And trust, he's just getting started.